Babadoa Chi-Chi-Cho, Duel Commander, go, 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 Duel Commander on the way, Babadoa Chi-Chi-Chay. Like and subscribe, please.
Hello, Babadoa Chi Cho. Welcome to another episode of Duelcast MTG. I am trying to choose my deck for Duel Commander Cup at MagicCon Amsterdam, and this is part 2. So today I am trying PHELIA Exuberant Shepherd. If you don't know PHELIA, she is 1 and a white for a 2/2 with Flash, and when she attacks, you can flicker target non-land permanent. It returns at the beginning of the next end step. PHELIA is a really powerful value engine. Flash is huge. It lets you play some pretty fun recursion lines. You have just tons of powerful ETB. You have a quote-unquote combo with Containment, where now your PHELIA is a removal spell. You attack with PHELIA, flicker out their creature. PHELIA's delayed trigger goes on the stack. You flash in Containment Priest, and their creature is exiled forever. This interaction is incredibly powerful, and against creature decks, it is very, very hard to. Then we are Death and Taxes. So here's our death. This is our removal, our graveyard hate, and we've got a lot of. I'm just going to list the cards out really quickly. Iganjo, Scavenger Grounds, Erode, Ghost Vacuum because we're an Urza Saga deck. March, On Thin Ice, Path, instant speed removal is really important in a Spider-Man 2099 world. Portable Hole, Seam Rip, Static Prison, we're a Guide of Souls deck, so sometimes this is just take their thing forever. Swords to Plowshares, Lion Sash, tutorable off of Cloud and Stoneforge Mystic. Parting Gust, this is a card I've been loving in this deck. 2 white, you can flicker a creature and have it return at the end step with a 1/1 counter, or you can gift your opponent a tapped fish and exile a creature for Razorgrass Ambush, Umezawa's Jite. This is a card I go back and forth on whether I believe in it or not, but in this deck it does feel very good. Skyclave Apparition, Cataclysm. You attack with PHELIA, flicker out your creature, Cataclysm them, your creature comes back. Now you have PHELIA and another object to their one creature, and maybe some other material they have flying around. Palace Jailer, the Monarch, is really defendable in this deck. Parallax Wave, PHELIA I think is the best Parallax Wave deck. You can flicker it if you have the Containment Priest. This is just remove all of their creatures forever. Summon Yojimbo is a card I am trying today. I saw it in another list, and it looked cool. 3 and a white for an enchantment creature, Saga Samurai. It is a 5/5 with Vigilance. Its first mode, you get to exile an artifact, enchantment, or tapped creature an opponent controls. Then the next 2 modes are Ghostly Prison. They have to pay 2 for each of their attacking creatures. And then it creates treasures where X is the number of opponents who control a creature with power 4 or greater. We want to be using a couple of the modes and then flickering. The Wandering Emperor, fantastic in this deck. Witch Enchanter as our other MDFC, and Solitude. Then we have our taxes. These are our protection spells, our mana denial, our couple counter spells, our additional blink stuff. So we've got Dust Bowl, Iganjo Castle, Tectonic Edge, Benevolent Bodyguard, Ephemerate, just insane with Solitude, nice to get additional ETB value or protect a thing. Esper Sentinel, Giver of Runes, Mana Tithe, Mother of Runes, Skrelv, and the Duke. So a lot of these tap protect things. The Duke is really nice to flicker because he can pump your creature and give hexproof. Disruptor Flute, Draneth, Reprieve, Spectacular Spider-Man, 2 mana Thalia, tax their spells and ours, but we have more creatures. Voice of Victory, White Orchid Phantom to get rid of a pesky land, Anointed Peacekeeper and Elite Spellbinder, Flicker Wisp. I am a huge Tanglewire fan, not when it is played against me, but playing with it. And with PHELIA flickering it, you just keep them on such low resources for so long. Thalia, Heretic Cathar, and Reverent Mantra. We've got a bunch of tutors. The aforementioned Urza Saga, our only targets are Ghost Vacuum and Skull Clamp, but those are 2 pretty good targets. Enlightened Tutor, this is usually getting Skull Clamp or Parallax Wave, but you do have a lot of single target removal to tutor up, or Umezawa's Jite against creature decks. Cloud, Stoneforge, Ranger Captain, Recruiter of the Guard, Ranger of Eos. This usually just grabs both Guide of Souls and Ocelot Pride. Starfield Shepherd, 3/2 flyer, warps for 2. You can get a plains or a 1-drop. And then if you can curve Resolve Felia on their end step, warp the Shepherd, flicker it, you get 2 tutors and a 3/2 flyer. It's really, really nice. We've got the Skull Clamp I talked about. Glimmer Lens is a nice equipment tutor. This can really draw consistent cards, and when you flicker it, it makes an additional body. Staff of the Storyteller makes bodies, draws cards. We've got a nice little recursion package here. Lazotep Quarry is expensive to get a creature back, but if you have the City's Blessing and get Ocelot Pride, you make the 4/4 Ocelot Pride token, and then the Ocelot Pride sees the Ocelot Pride token and makes an Ocelot Pride token. It's really cool. Extraction Specialist, this is nice to get a 2-drop back and flicker, and because I'll read this card. 2 and a white for a 3/2 lifelink. When it enters, you reanimate target creature with mana value 2 or less, and that creature can't attack or block for as long as you control Extraction Specialist. When you flicker this, it is a new object and it unlocks the creature it brought back and can bring another creature back. Pre-War Formalware, very nice to flicker. Astelli Reclaimer is a card I am trying today. This is purely a testing card. We have some good and important non-land, non-creature permanents, so Astelli Reclaimer is 3 and 2 white for a 5/4 with flying. It has warp for 2 and a white, so that same kind of Starfield Shepherd text. And when it enters, return target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast this creature. So this gets you back like a removed Skull Clamp, a removed Pre-War Formalware. And then when you flicker it, it's just a big body. It's a 5/4 flyer. So I don't know if this card will be good, but I am very curious to try it. God of Souls and Ocelot Pride, Toby and Overlord of the Mistmoors. Your nut draw is kind of like Plains, City of Traders, Overlord. And then if you can just curve out Felia into Overlord, after you flicker it, you'll have 4 2/1 flyers and a 6/6 that every time it attacks makes 2 more 2/1 flyers. Toby makes 4/4s that can't attack or block on their own, but is a very good flicker target. Most lists play a Blade Splicer. That is the card I actually cut for Astelli Reclaimer. Something about Blade Splicer I just don't like, but if Astelli Reclaimer turns out to be bad, I will probably just go back to Blade Splicer. We win by beating face, so Abandoned Air Temple to pump our team. Sheffet Dunes. This was a card I hadn't seen, but I played Ian's Tiny Bones list. If you haven't watched that video, it was very fun. And he was playing the black version of this cycle. And so I looked at the cycle, and this card seems very good in this deck. 2 2 white, tap it, sacrifice a desert. Creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery, but this can get you over the line for lethal. Seasoned Dungeoneer, we're a very good initiative deck, and flickering the initiative is crazy. Steel Seraph, this is a card you will only see in Felia. 6 mana for a 5/4 flying at the beginning of each combat. Target creature gets Flying Vigilance or Lifelink. You can cast it for Prototype for 2 white and 1, and it's a 3/3. Then you give Felia Flying or Lifelink, however is best to get through for combat, and flicker this, and it comes back as a 5/4 flyer, so big beater. We've got an Ancient Den to fuel our Urza Saga or Enlightened Tutor if we really need the land drop. City of Traders and Crystal Vein for that Overlord Seasoned Dungeoneer turn 3 acceleration. Flagstones for things like Dust Bowl and Cataclysm. Gemstone Caverns to steal the play, and 23 snow-covered plains because of On Thin Ice. So with all that said, this is Felia Exuberant Shepherd. I think this is a top 5 deck in the format, and if I want to play just one of the best decks, I think it will be Brigid or this. I am still leaning towards Brigid, but I really want to see how this league goes today, so let's go duel. Babadoa Chi Chi Cho. This video is brought to you in part by Mana Traders. Mana Traders is the rental service I use so that I can bring you all of these different decks super, super easily. Playing a new deck on Magic Online is as simple as pasting in your list, clicking Rent Deck, accepting the trade. It pops right up. They'll send you the entire list. You just drop it into the trade, click Submit. The best part of all of this is that you can support the channel and get a discount on your subscription using promo code DuelCastMTG. Mana Traders, be a better player.
Let's duel.
Oh. All right, this is round one. We're on the play. I literally just finished a league where we went 4-1, but I forgot fully to record 3 of the matches. So I'm just resending it. Our only loss was to Quintorius. This is Glurb. So hard control. Not our best matchup, just because if we get wrathed a few times, but it's not as bad as something like Elminster. And Voice of Victory is just so good against them. I can curve Voice into Dranith. Seems really, really strong. Hopefully they don't have some crazy exploration start. And I'm really hoping they just go Surveil and pass with their first turn. But that's not great against PHELIA if you have any sort of counter magic, so we'll see what they do. Glurb, Glurb, in the Glurb. Oh, they did. Love that. Now we get to just jam this Voice of Victory in. Cataclysm. That might be good. What is this? This is just a straight up tapped land? Oh, it's the backside of Waterlog Teachings. Okay. I got very confused. This hand seems very, very good, though. I'm liking this. I don't know if it'll wind up being a Cataclysm game, but we'll see. It's feeling more like a bit of an aggro beatdown. Get rid of Glurb. Kick Glurb out the Glurb. Glurb is a frog. That's a song. If you're wondering what it takes to be this clever, the answer is severe ADHD. Inquisition me. Boo! Gonna take the Dranith. Took the Razorgrass ambush. That seems insane. I don't know their hand, though. I guess they could just have a Wrath. I'm still doing this. I tapped too much. What does it mean that they took the Razorgrass ambush? Yeah, I'm still just casting Dranith and attacking for 3. That's so strange. Maybe they were thinking just like keep me off my 4th land for the Wandering Emperor and the Cataclysm, but I just drew that land anyway. I don't know. That was interesting. I'm curious if I'm just gonna get hit with a Deluge for 3. All right, double checking that I am in fact recording. I do not want to see this go to 14. Don't change your life total to 14. I will be sad. Oh, it's a Requiting Hex. Okay. Get to keep my Dranith. Ooh, Reprieve. Kind of nice. Attack for 1, pass. You can Reprieve any sort of flash creature. Yeah, I don't even know what flash creature they could have for 2 mana that profitably blocks a Dranith. I guess Bowmaster if you want to ping it and double block, but that can't be a great use of that card. Abrupt Decay. I could Reprieve this, but I think I'd rather just Reprieve Glurb and then flash in PHELIA. Like this. Ooh, that was tight. Extraction Specialist. That gets back Voice of Victory. End step, here's a dog. Dog, 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 dog. Dust Bowl. It's not time for that yet, but I will be doing that. Voice. Ah. And then I also get back Dranith. Bum, bum. Let's attack. We will flicker the Extraction Specialist. This is tight. Get back our Dranith Magistrate. Yeah, this is tight. And Voice is back online to attack and block. Oh boy, that feels good. Glurb is not an effective blocker thanks to PHELIA. Here's Glurb. He's back in the Glurb. Then they go untapped land pass. Land attack with everyone. You can't cast spells. Flicker Glurb. They go to 5. I'm low-key thinking about this Cataclysm, but I think that would be insane, actually. I take it back. I take it back. All right. Pass. A dog versus a frog. Who will be the best of a dog versus a frog? They cast a Thought Lash. Oh, crud. I am going to have to Cataclysm. No, that's their card that wins the game. They exile a card to hit their land. So I can Dust Bowl and then go for Cataclysm and use PHELIA to flicker out the Specialist. Yeah. Okay. If they have Jace in hand, we are dead. Yeah, I'm going to Dust Bowl here. I wish I could pass this Cataclysm at instant speed. How do I navigate this? I attack, attack, attack. Yeah. Blink out or flicker out the Specialists. Make them use their Thought Lash. They did get pro me, so they know about the Cataclysm. Oh, Dranith does actually just stop them from casting Jace, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. Granith is keeping us safe. Ooh, they exiled Psychic Frog. They exiled Oculus. They're going to block the Voice of Victory. Sure. Oh, I might have just turned on their counterspell for this Cataclysm. That was probably pretty bad. That was probably really bad. I'm still going to do it. Keep the Dranith and this untapped Plains. They will be able to hit all of their land drops. And they have the Thought Lash. This might not have been good, but it's also kind of all that I have. They're going to Surveil. Yeah, they can just rebuild really quickly, but I'm hoping that they exile Jace before it matters. I feel like every time I play Glurb, I'm on the bad side of variance, and I just have to hope that now they are. They just have so much selection too. Like finding something to kill the Dranith is probably not. I guess they can just murderous cut it, but they'd have to exile a bunch. Glurb is very hard to play, which is why I play it so badly. That's not the only reason, but it's one of the reasons I play it so badly. Yojimbo might be good later. I will attack with the Extraction Specialist. If they want to block, that is A-okay. Okay, their Demcon is gone. Not that it matters, they have the Doomsday is gone. Okay, so their Glarbstay, that is very good to know. And Demonic Tutor is gone. Nice. They're going to Surveil. I can F6 here, I'm not doing anything. Yield through the turn. Their Profane Tutor is gone. And their Loose Voice. Right, because this is cumulative. Brainstorm is gone. They are back to Jason. I need to find something to disrupt that. City of Traders is not quite enough mana. I don't have like a mana burst that can do it. I think they should just block this thing probably. The Cataclysm may... No, it's fine. They have like... They literally have their combo on board here. And I'm just really hoping to see Jace go. Because Oculus is gone. I guess Murktide would be atrociously bad for me. But the Dranith has kept us alive. Did you find your Murderous Cut? Found Tainted Pact. So that can just put Jace in hand. Wait, what did Tainted Pact get? Toxic Deluge. Okay. So now they can Deluge and then tutor up Jace. Got it. They're exiling a lot of cards. Oh, they exiled Jace. Oh, baby. Okay. Jace is in exile. They can Deluge for 2. I have no mana, but they're at 2. You're at 2, opponent. What did they TP for? No, yeah, it said they got Deluge. Oh, weird. Combat. Declare attackers. Attack you for lethal. Oh, right, you have the Thought Lab. Duh. Hadur. I wonder if they have Lab Maniac in their deck, too. I'm gonna cast Staff of the Storyteller. And F6. Spell Snare. You got it. So Jace is gone. They have to just be looking for, like, Murktide or something. But they can't cast it off the top because of Dranith. I wish they couldn't play lands. All right, they're on the beatdown for 2 plan. And now I guess I should just be double blocking at pre-war. Yeah, so Jace is gone. I can just double block Glarb. All right, they're going to go for the Surveil. Quick Reflexes. You got it. That can kill the Dranith. That's a big deal. They might want to kill the Stoneforge, though. All right, they do want Dranith. I hope they have a Stifle, because it comes right back. I'll take 2. Or maybe they have, like, Subtlety on top, or they can find... No. Is there a 4-mana Stifle? Not that I can think of. I really like Stifles. Angle Wire, that's funny. Doesn't really do much. Fell so far behind after this Cataclysm. Yeah, Dranith. If this were Grand Abolisher, it would turn off the Thought Lash. I will go back to making you exile cards. And F6. As soon as I find my 4th land, I mean, they've got a grip full of whatever. But their library's down to 30 cards. I think I am just trying to deck them. Yeah, I think decking them is actually my plan. Stock up. I can F6 through this turn. Exploration. So now they can clear a lot of cards off the top. Deathrite. They are off the beat face plane. I will pass. When they go to Glarb, I'll try to Emperor it. They have 4 cards and have been sculpting. Yeah. Okay. I would rather have that hit the Emperor than the Yojimbo. Now if they attack with Glarb, I'll double block. Murderous Cut is gone. They are down to 11 cards. 10 cards. So I'm wondering if they have... Because they're Doomsday, I'm wondering if they just have another, like, Jace type thing, which would be hilarious in the worst way for me. Toxic Deluge. Yes, PHELIA can go back to commands. How did they go back to 2? Oh, is there a Cling to Dust or something that I missed? Maybe. Cast Yojimbo. I would like to eat your Thought Lash, please. Had enough of that guy. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have taken the Exploration. Huh. That actually might have been horrible. I already identified that I should be trying to deck them. I think I was just so focused on, like, I want to attack you to death, but that's probably not how I'm winning this game. They tapped a bunch of mana and pass. Lorien revealed. 6 cards in deck. Otawara on Yojimbo. Okay. Skrelv and pass. Then I'll flash in PHELIA. They kind of have to kill Skrelv. Yeah. I am curious if we lose to... Yeah, I should have just left the Thought Lash in play. Yuck. I understand if you're screaming at me at the screen, whomever. aka Michael Ash, who hates me deep down. All right, they do have a counter for this. It's subtlety. I'll put PHELIA on top. PHELIA's really good. Cast your Jimbo. Eat your exploration. Pass the turn. Yeah, I think I should have just left them with the stupid Thought Lash in play. The game would be over. The only reason that bothers me is because I identified like that's how I win this game and then just decided, whatever. I think I just take the 5. You have a Damnation, a Surveil, 3 cards in deck. I swear, if there's a Lab Man here, Gush, 1 card in deck, and then they pass. Yojimbo, combat, declare attackers, attack for lethal. Okay, we did it. Yeah, so that's kind of one of the issues with the Glurb Thought Lash combo, I think, is that sometimes the cards you need just get exiled to keep you alive. And that's fine because you get to stay alive, but then it can be really hard to figure it out from there. In my experience playing the deck a few times. And I think the deck probably takes a while to master, and I am nowhere near that with the deck. I'm gonna keep this hand. You stinker. They probed me when it's a dog versus a frog. Underground Sea Inquisition, Kozilek will take my voice. A victory position. Dad. This is happening. Skrelv, nice draw. Skrelv's a very nice draw. They know about my pee hole. Throw a jeter on Skrelv's Peter. If not pee hole, what they'd eat her. Cut down. Stupid control decks. It's so funny to me. Like, I think that control's not really great right now, but people seem to just gravitate towards it in the format. And I get it with Glurb and Tasigur because you just have the easy combo. But did you miss your land drop? That's right. I'm going to try to Tangle Wire you. Removal spell. No. Combat. I'm going to try to get them to use their mana to remove PHELIA because I want to resolve this Tangle Wire. All right. Try to Tangle you. All right. This is going to get the counter spell. Sure. Really wanted that, though. That would have been sick. There's a Skeeter on my Peter. She were sweeter, I would eat her. Or just give her Umazawa's cheater. All right. Now we get to Solitude. Recruiter of the God. Say yes. Solitude, your jerk. Hit the pee hole that I don't think is very good in this matchup. Combat. Declare attackers. We will flicker the Recruiter, get Witch Enchanter as a land, and cast Giver. Is that overcommitting to the board? Maybe. What should I get? What card is just like really bad for them? The Voice of Victory is gone. Thalia is probably really bad for them. So is White Orchid Phantom. I don't know. Thalia seems really, really bad for them. Intuition. This guy. Intuition. If they get a Wrath, I just go get Spectacular Spider-Man. It doesn't stop Toxic Deluge, but it stops Damnation. Since the clock on the Duel Leagues got switched from 30 minutes to 25 minutes, it does feel got a command. They Intuition for a land, and then got Command Tower. Here's Thalia. That was interesting to say the least. They're gonna Demcon here. The Forbidden Tuta. Also, Magic Online had some maintenance yesterday, and I can't seem to get my little card preview pane back, and it's only driving me mildly insane. They got Consult the Star Chart. Okay, Toxic Deluge. What did you actually get? Oh, it's so hard to figure this out for me. All right, so they got Deluge. So I want to go to combat. I shouldn't have cast Thalia. I even mentioned that this was a thing. Oh, right, but Spider-Man doesn't do anything against. And I know Bellulists play Haven Interrupter, but I don't like it for this deck for some reason. I like to use the ability. What do I want? All right, just a flash creature, which I think means Spider-Man, which is a Demi. I could have gotten the Extraction Specialist also to bring back Thalia. That might have been better. But if you're going to deluge me, I want to keep pressuring. So they have to do it for 4, which is not a small amount of mana. Or life, I mean. Yes, you have to tap 1 more. Deluge X equals 4, so they go to 7. Do I have something I can get with Cloud that can just kill them here? I don't know. And they're going to Thoughtseize me. So I will flash in Spidey here. All of these cards are pretty bad for them. They chose Cloud. I think that makes... Oh, that's really good. Here's Giver. And then I will attack you for 3 and pass. I have Reprieve up. It will... Things can go wrong, but it feels like they shouldn't. Reprieve was a fantastic draw. PHELIA's awesome. Such a good deck. It's cool. Snapcaster Mage. Let's Reprieve this. Draw a card. I don't really want to put their flashed back spell into their hand because the cut down's right there. All right, Snipkister. Snipkister, I hardly knew her. And they are going for the cut down. I guess on Spidey. Yeah, annoying. Sack him just for the heck of it. All right, so they're at 2 life. They have 2 cards in hand. They are stable on the board at the moment. Cataclysm doesn't really do anything. I'll cast Guide of Souls and Jite and pass. All right, they're getting another turn, which makes me sad. I could have just flashed in PHELIA at end step. Yeah, that might have been better. I get caught up looking at my hand. Long goodbye. Give Guide of Souls pro blue so that I can block. Go to combat. Attack me. Attack me, I dare you. Dang it. If I draw a land, I will think about going Cataclysm. No, that just pushes through damage. What am I talking? I will pass. I will definitely pass. They brainstorm. That is allowed. I wonder if I'd just gotten the extraction specialist when I recruited to bring back what was it? Bring back Thalia. That's right. I think that would have been a much better line. Psychic Frog. I hate that one. I am interested in a Cataclysm. Psychic Frog, so good. Yuck. Although I have, if failure resolves, I just have lethal with the Air Temple. He's not resolving. You fart. Okay. Shepherd just gets Ocelot Pride. That was a good draw. And I don't think I mind overcommitting to the board here. No, I can always just flash Felia in. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right. Ocelot Pride, Guide of Souls, pass the turn. Oh, I am under 5 minutes here. Is this game 1 or 2? I have no idea. Okay, but we've got the City's Blessing. I think this is only game 2. Demonic Tutor. Damnation doesn't do it, because I get to flash in Felia. Thought Lash. Again with this frickin' guy. That's really horrific for me, because I am losing on clock. So we might be at the point where I am just F6ing through everything. Thought Lash is so annoying against with our deck. And I'm not playing Cathar Commando. I know I mentioned already, but not. Back with all, I will have Guide of Souls juice up Guide of Souls. And then I can just F6 here. They're going to make the block. I wonder if that means Unearth. And they could also just Doomsday me, but I think this is game 2. So this has been really long. I don't have anything to do, so I'll F6. Jace is still in their deck. Tap for Glurb. Glurb is in the Glurb. I put Glurb in the Glurb. Yes, I dirty derb. Cataclysm. We can just do this again. I'll keep Guide of Souls, Jite, land, cast Felia, and I do want to keep making them exile things. They're both really low on clock, and they're under obviously more pressure to figure it out now that they have no land. F6. Mystical Dispute goes away. Not that that card has a ton of text against me. Stock up gone. Duress gone. This is the grindiest game I have played in a very long time. And some of my games get real grindy. Cataclysm is a hell of a drug. All right, they are now putting something into their graveyard. Bargain. Okay, so they didn't have to exile Jace. Now I guess they look for like Noxious Revival. Here, I'll reset the counters for you. And I'll Extraction Specialist for Thalia. Oh, I don't have the mana to do that. Pass. You're welcome, opponent. I wasn't thinking about it. What was that? Tear asunder on my Jite. Okay, you'll do the turn. Our clocks are very, very close. So now I think I'm just in F6 everything mode because I don't want to lose to clock and am getting over my kind of personal irritation of when I win with clock. Goif. Goif's good. I can do some stuff. That is a bona fide win condition right there. Player attackers. Let's make this Barrogoyf go away forever. And Guide of Souls will target Fel. And then I can F6. All right, I'm still at least trying to play Magic. And I will F6 through the turn. So I cast a Containment Priest, exiled their Barrogoyf. Sorry, I'm not narrating very much because I am trying to win the match, which is what I think you're supposed to do when you play a competitive card game. You're supposed to try to win. Plains, Extraction Specialist, bring back Thalia, and F6. Back with all my creatures, Flicker Glarb. Oh, right, I couldn't even bring back Thalia. Oh, we did it. GG's, opponent. That was a heck of a grind for 2 games.
Hey, some of you may know that I'm an author. This is my first novel that came out in 2018 from Lanternfish Press out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, The Vampire Gideon Suicide Hotline and Halfway House for Orphan Girls. This is a dark comedy about mental health in which a vampire runs a suicide hotline. People call and say how hard life is. His response is that being dead isn't really great. This book comes with heavy trigger warnings. Please find them online. But if you're liking the content, you may like it. There's a link in the description. Thanks so much.
Round 2, great at rolling dice. Oh, mirror. And I have the Containment Priest. We keep. But Containment Priest also makes their things removal spells. This is interesting. I was like, Mirror, and I have Containment Priest. This is great. But that card's also pretty good for them. I think this is still a snap keep, though. All right, hopefully these games are not as long as the last game. I don't think I can do that again. Okay, there's Spidey. No, I was thinking I'll cast Spider-Man, but I'm gonna cast PHELIA. No! Oh no. Alright, well he attacks for 3. That was really bad. But I can save him with the Ephemerate. I think it's probably overall fine. I get to reprieve their PHELIA, since I just draw great. Or I can path it in upkeep. Yeah, I'll path it in their upkeep. Because then I can still cast my PHELIA. Upkeep, path to exile. Their PHELIA is gone. And now if they like tap out for some sort of creature, I can do the PHELIA Containment Priest thing. And hold up mana to give my stuff Hexproof and whatever. Recruiter. I think I do actually want to reprieve. And now I can Spellbind it. Nice draw. Nice draw, Andrew. Good work. Untapped White Source. Ooh, Reclaimer. Alright, Reclaimer might stink. Blade Splicer, their own reprieve. These cards aren't great. I will take the Recruiter. Go to combat. Declare attackers. Hit you for 3 and pass. Yeah, like they can go Blade Splicer, but I have 6 power in the air. And I can Ephemerate the Spellbinder. Would you like to recruit again? No. Yeah, they are going Splicer. Makes sense. And then the Glimmer Lens also makes sense. That lets them start drawing cards. I think I will give this flying, attack for 6, and then Ephemerate in their draw step. Yeah, I like this play. It still would have been better to have PHELIA in play instead of this jerk. Oh, they have a reprieve. That's right. So I can make the reprieve cost 4. Is that where I want to be at? I think so. Yeah, because then I can probably resolve PHELIA. They have a Shining Shoal. Annoying. That was a good draw. I can Ephemerate him, and I think I will. I think this is a good use of my spell. And they don't have a straight up removal spell showing for PHELIA. But they do have that reprieve. So I think I'm going to cast PHELIA. They have the Razorgrass Ambush, but whatever. They can recruit her for Solitude. They're at 11. I'm at 20. What did they pitch to the Shoal? I didn't actually look. They pitched the reprieve. That is kind of nice. I should have looked at that before main phasing this PHELIA. So their hand is Razorgrass Ambush and 1 unknown. Will not bother blocking because of that. They draw a card from Glimmerlens. Glimmerlens is good. I think I have changed my mind about this Esteli Reclaimer. Also, I don't think this belongs in the deck. I was thinking for things like Skull Clamp or our own Glimmerlens or, you know, whatever, Disruptor Flute. But I don't think this card belongs. I don't need that open. My threats fly, I think is the main difference. I do really like the Ephemerate there. I was kind of uncertain as I was doing it, but I think it was pretty good. All right, and here's the Recruiter. This is probably Solitude. They're in a lot of trouble if it's not, I think. It is Solitude. And who do you want to hit? Probably PHELIA. I think PHELIA's got to be Spidey. No, they do want to hit Spidey. Okay. Yeah. Do I just let this fizzle? No, I think it's still good to do. I think I do still want to tax out their hand again. Stoneforge is a nice try. I would like to use the ability. I'll grab a pre-war here. Go to combat. Declare attackers. Attack you. Get rid of... Probably just your 3/3. I can make you pay mana. Yeah, I think it's the one that has this equipped to it. They are going to double block. I think that's right. They're hellbent, and I have a bunch of... PHELIA can stay in the graveyard. And I pass. PHELIA Mirror is fun. Palace Jailer, that's a shoot. Shoot! I can get the Monarch back, but it's with Containment Priest. It's really funny. That's very funny. Not even mad about it. Palace Jailer was a great draw. All right, they draw for Monarch. Cloud. Cloud can just draw me 4 cards here. I'll get the Skull Clamp. Every Monarch draw is a draw towards Graveyard Hate, but I'm just going to hold up Stoneforge here. I think my engine is looking better than theirs is. And then I can start doing Containment Priest stuff. This has been Spellbound, so the Razorgrass is in play. I can just take 5 here. That's fine. Go to 13. It'll be super annoying if they have a Containment Priest in response to my pre-war. Guide of Souls. I accept. They have 1 card in hand. They will have 2 after their Monarch draw. Wait, no. I don't want to do this yet. Yeah, there's no difference. Grab my dog. Cataclysm. Say. I think I want to do that. I will attack with PHELIA and the Stone. The Ambush can kill the Stoneforge, but not the other thing, the PHELIA. Then I think I'm going to cast Cataclysm. Or I could just put the Containment Priest into play. Seems good too. Ossification and Ouse. Now I don't want a Cataclysm. I mean, I'll take the life. End of combat. They're at 6. I will draw 4 cards. God, I love drawing 4 cards. Extraction Specialist. That's going to be off from my Containment Priest. But I could just hold these. I don't want them to have Guide of Souls. Then they can flash in their PHELIA, use the Priest against me. They can just have their Guide of Souls back. I can kill that. And I drew a road. Very nice. Wish I hadn't done that. PHELIA. I will turn her into a tapped fish. So they can try to fly something with Guide of Souls and I can just erode it. Seems strong. I think Parting Gust is very good. Urza Saga. That card's nice. So far, I haven't seen a card I'm not playing. Well, I'm not playing Ossification. I don't think that card's good. They want my PHELIA. I will allow it. And I'll leave her under. They're at 8. I can kill their life gain engine. They'll get the Monarch, but I don't think I super care. I can go Ranger of Eos. I can go Ranger of Eos for Guide and Pride. After I've killed their Guide, they will draw off the Glimmer. I will take the damage. They will become the Monarch. But I think I'm just going to bury them with Guide Pride. And Cataclysm. Cataclysm seems kind of tight. Then they're going to oust that. That's right. I knew that they could do that. Okay. I will take the life that you have given me. And then erode your Guide of Souls. Oh, I wanted to do that in end step. They have a pre-war. Okay. That could have been very, very bad for me. Mother. I think I'm still into just Ranger of Eos here. I could tech edge their Saga. It's probably good to do. I can wait. I can do it before it tutors. Like, you can have a couple constructs, whatever. Ranger of Eos. Yes. Guide of Souls. And a pretty cat. Guide. Pride. Is something happening here? I smell a rat. They ephemerate the Palace Jailer. Nice. Well played. Okay. Oh, they can do that again and get my cat. Okay. I don't really have anything like hasty. That's annoying. I can F6 through this turn. I might lose. Maybe I should have just Cataclysmed way before. But I can just draw removal spells. Oh, I'm drawing Spellbind. No, I shuffled. Good, I shuffled that away. I do not mind them making this attack. Go block. Okay, yeah, let's just trade with their token here. Witch Enchanter, that's gonna get my Skull Clamp. That makes me sad. Astelli Reclaimer, baby! The best! Astelli Reclaimer. Let's go. Also flies. And then they're gonna put the Glimmer Lens on that, draw a card. Okay, we are gaming. Let's get rid of that Saga, please. Okay, they make a construct, 2/2. I will cast Astelli Reclaimer. The first Astelli Reclaimer ever cast in Duel Commander. And I will bring back my Skull Clamp and pass. They are grinding back into this game really, really well. But now I have the biggest creature and it flies. And it's just like a lethal threat next turn. The Extraction Specialist can get back. Do they still have that? They still have that Razorgrass Ambush. I'll just take 4. Mutavault. Draw for Monarch. If they don't find a removal spell for the Reclaimer, I win. We win. Team. It appears that they do not. Combat. Declare attackers. Attack for lethal. Astelli Reclaimer. Astelli Reclaimer. Best card in the format. Giant idiot. Gets back Skull Clamp. Astelli Reclaimer. I'm still not sure it belongs in the deck, but woo! Loved it. I was also looking at PHELIA, the Warp Soul Sister. We play Ocelot Bride and Flicker stuff. I don't know. Astelli Reclaimer. Yeah. And just thinking about that last game, it's kind of funny. I was like, ooh, I have Containment Priest in my hand and never cast it. This is a snap mulligan. We have no lands. Although the Reclaimer's here, and we saw what a house she is. Oh my goodness, deck, really? I'm going to 5. Sure. I'm not going to 4. Yeah, I'll keep the Reclaimer, and we'll see if we can just do the PHELIA thing with it. But this bonks, as the kids say. S%. Oh, you're going to draw a card from that. All right, they didn't sorcery speed their PHELIA. Bonk me. You may. What if my thinking on this Astelli Reclaimer of just, oh, let's have a 5/4, turns out to be, I'm not going to find out because I have to mana tie PHELIA. Cloud. Boo. Boo. Even if I gust him. Oh, they got Jite. Yeah, that's scarier. All right. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm just like taking a control posture here, which obviously loses in this situation. All right, there's a Jeter on Cloud's Peter. Kill him in response. Flicker with. Sure. Pass. Jite on a Sentinel. Combat. Player attackers. I am going to let them draw a card off this. I need to start developing my game plan. All right, they have a fish. We have potentially a 5/4. They equip. I can also just Flicker Wisp this, but they're holding up mana. I don't expect PHELIA to survive until combat. Yeah, okay, they have a mana tie of their own. Sad. Taste of my own medicine. Flicker Wisp, your fish. Yeah, I don't know. I go back and forth believing in Umezawa's GT or not. Ooh, Abandoned Air Temple. That's good. They have 4 cards in hand. I have nothing to get back with it. Okay, they're going to cast their PHELIA and probably equip it here. Ah, Flute. You stinker. Name Umezawa's GT. Name Umezawa's GT. They didn't. Okay, pass. I don't have anything, but they have no way of knowing that. I guess I could have just put a 5/4 into play. That probably would have been better. All right, they're equipping the Jeter. I would like for them to flicker the Flicker Wisp so that I can hit their Disruptor and flash in my PHELIA. But then she dies to the GT. All right, they are going to do that. I think it makes sense. There's a Guide of Souls. And I could just bonk out their PHELIA. I'm actually super into that. I'm going to bonk out their PHELIA. Combat. Player attackers. In for 3. I'll kill it. And I will slam in a Stelly Reclaimer. 5/4. It's a 5/4. It flies. Oh, PHELIA comes back this end step. I think I lose. Jeter on the guide. On thin ice. I can concede this game. GG's. Let's just go to game 3. I don't feel like sitting here doing this. We're pretty even on clock. A Stelly Reclaimer can also buy. The deck hates me right now. I'll mulligan. I guess keep. I think I just put back a road. Although these games have been going insanely long, I still don't want to ramp them. Just try to grab early tempo with this Mana Tithe. Like this. I would love to go... Wait, does this do my PHELIA too? That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Stupid mirror match. Alright, I'll cast my PHELIA. So dumb. They have their reprieve. Please draw land. Hey, it's a land that's quite good as a spell, but it is still a land. Pass. Stupid card. We're playing all the same cards. This sucks. End step, PHELIA. So dumb. I will Peacekeep. I could name Spellbinder. I could also name Cloud. My hand's pretty good, though. I think I named Cloud. Yeah, I'm ahead here, and I would like to stay that way. Let's see if they want to trade off PHELIAs. Gosh. Dang it to heck. All right. Did I see that in their hand? I had to have. Was not paying attention. When games start going really, really long like this, it's just the stamina grind is pretty significant. Oh, I am falling way behind on clock. All this yammering to myself. Oh, I know they have this elite Spellbinder. This is a bad play. I'm stressed off the clock. Yeah, they can just tax both of these cards. Oh, they flash in a Spidey. That's pretty good. And now they can just protect it with a Giver. Yeah, that was nice. Did I know about that card too? Am I just playing into everything? No, they drew that. Okay. So now Spellbinder can just tax 2 of my cards out of my hand. It's probably Ocelot Pride, Guide of Soul. All right, let's see what you want. I'm so stressed by the clock. I just take the damage. Giver is really screwing this game up for me. This thing just nullifying combat right now is brutal. Untapped white land would be pretty huge. I think I've lost this game, but we'll see. All right, they took Specky Spidey. I'll go Cloud. Yeah, I should have ephemerated the Ranger. All right, pass. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've lost this game. They only do have 2 in hand, though. And I've got the Peacekeeper maybe coming back. Stop this gal from activating. I do have to win in time, and that will be difficult for me. But I'm gonna try. You can't tell me not to try. Right, their own Cloud. And this can just draw 4. What did they get? They got the GT again. Probably now they can get score. I don't think I win this game by blocking. I also might just want to flute the GT. I can Peacekeeper the GT and have a 5/5. That seems like where I want to be in life right now. Burnton, Forge Tender, Yojimbo, and their own pre-war that they just got. Umezawa's GT. And I'll yield. Alright, they find an Urza's Saga. They can Yojimbo away my formal wear. They can bring back their Cloud. They're just going to give PHELIA Pro White and him flying. So this is 7. And this is lethal. GG's. Ooh, the mirror. What a sloggy grind. Whew. Oh, okay. GG's. The mirror did not swing our way.
This is my latest book, My Therapist Says This Grief Journal is a Good Idea, that was released in March of 2025 by Lanternfish Press. This is a dark comedy about family trauma that explores how important dogs are to the healing process. It is the literal grief journal of a man in his mid-20s whose father had tragically passed away, learning to grieve. It also comes with trigger warnings, but please consider checking it out. Link in the description below. Thanks.
All right. Glurb again on the draw. Oh, this Glurb. It does bum me out a little bit when I'm not bum me out, when I'm recording one of these and we just like pair into the same decks a bunch. Also not great for my testing, but in the league prior I played against, how many different decks did I play against? 4 or 5 different decks, right? It was Weird, Minsk and Boo, Aminachu, Quintorius, Emery, and something else. They go fetch land pass. Spellbinder will be nice. I'll go Plains Pass. Excuse me. They surveil. As is thou right. I think I'm gonna Enlighten Tutor for Urza Saga. I was thinking about putting a skateboard in the list. I think it might have been right to. It might have been right to. But we're already so good against the blue decks. All right, after a while, keep the card. I'm gonna have to take a break after this one. Those first 2 matches were so long. Let's Enlighten Tutor, and I'm gonna grab the Saga. I want to start bashing. But anyway, I started blasting. Saga pass. They surveil again. Gosh, all this frog does is look at cards. Just surveilling the Glurb. I just love saying Glurb in the Glurb. Frog versus a dog. Over a field of ruin, frog versus a dog. Over an Urza Saga, frog versus a dog. Oh wait, there's a Razorgrass ambush, frog versus a dog. The priest will contain it. End step flash and failure now. End step flash and failure now. She will not resolve no how. End step flash and failure now. The field of ruin, my Urza Saga. That was face up. I'll get a plains. Oh, and the spell snare, you sicko. You sick sicko. That's alright, I get to spellbind. I could go mom. I think I want to take a look at their hand. Show me your secrets, frog! Temporal trespass. Goodbye, that's quite an... These cards all irritate me. Temporal trespass is such a weird one. I don't even care about that right now. I think I just want the long goodbye. The 3-mana preordain is pretty bad. I'll take the long goodbye because I can get to a point where I just have ephemerate. And we know they don't have counter magic. They can preordain for it, but whatever. Like, if they want to take their turn off to long goodbye, if they hit their land drop, I'm chill with that. Okay. Ooh, please let me untap. Please let me untap, Glurb. Don't trespass temporally. Oh, we untapped, baby. Combat. Declare attackers. Attack you. You take 3. Whoops. I am still in combat. I will cast Mother of Runes. I will cast the Duke, Rebel Sentry. Now you can long goodbye if you would like, but you must choose one. You can't have both. Psych, you can't have any. Aha, fizzle. This is how a dog speaks to a frog. Oh, Glurb. All in the Glurb. And now they'll preordain. They can set a land to the top of the library and play it. It's quite powerful. Something's happening to me. I don't know what it is. I would like to get them with the PHELIA containment. Land, you say? That is allowed. That is allowed. I would like to take another peek at your hand. Let me see your hand. Let me see your hand. Dress down, Sauron's Ransom, and still this thing. Do I want to take this thing? I think Sauron's Ransom's just better. Ooh, yo, Jimbo. Yo, Jimbo. What's going on? Hey there, Jimbo. They don't have a counterspell or removal. I'm slamming my dog. Yeah, I got nothing going on. What's up? Your turn, frog. You can take an extra turn if you want. I don't really... Like a very expensive Explorer. I guess they can dress down and do it. It's a very expensive... 5 mana. What are you casting, frog? Have you met my dog? Okay, yeah, they're gonna cast this thing. There's a Murktide in the graveyard. Okay, so 3 mana Explorer that costs them their graveyard. They will surveil with Glurb again. They put a mana leak into the graveyard. I think that makes sense. What are you doing? Stop tapping mana. Vicious Rivalry. I am already sick of this card. X equals 2. You don't say. I would like to give PHELIA +1/+1 and a hexproof, please. Wait, what? Oh, it's mana value. I think they also thought it was a Toxic Deluge, just based on how that happened. Oh, and a frog. Come on, guy. I'm gonna Yojimbo their stupid Glarb. What are they, just playing nothing but frogs? Shut up. Be nice to me. I'm not a very smart man. Yojimbo, goodbye, Glarb. Would you like to attack with your psychic frog? Yojimbo's kind of tight. I think I like this card a lot. Glarb having Death Touch is so annoying. Yeah, I'll put the Containment Priest into play. I have another body here, and I can pump everyone. Containment Priest does feel like a Nombo with my graveyard stuff. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really want it anyway. It's just a body. Ugh, land isn't. They have 2 cards. So if they want to block stuff, it's like not great for... I'm going to attack with both my creatures. All right, they're pumping their frog. Would you like to also fly it? Oh no, they're just flying their frog. Yeah, I'll jam a counter onto these guys. Yeah. I'll jam a counter onto these guys. If you want to save your frog, or if you want to kill my spellbinder, it's gonna cost you another card out of your hand. All right, they did it. They pitched the dress down. Interessante. All right, they're at 6. I pass. F6 because of that other match against Glurb where we were literally racing the clock. It was such an insane game. Don't you dare. Oh my god, this frickin' card. Sick of it. Attack me. Who did they portent? Did they portent me or them? Oh, if I can PHELIA Blink, I can get rid of the stupid Thought Lash. Would you trade your Glurb for this? You might. All right, they're going to Surveil. Too many zones to keep track of with this stupid deck. They dump a Swamp. Thought Lash. Exile Jace. I dare you. Oh, wait, they just get to Jace here. Dang it. They just get to Jace? Yeah, I have nothing that does anything about it. I needed to attack. And I needed to attack. Attacking was quite literally my only out. I am going to get a glass of water while they fiddle with themselves exiling their library. You countered PHELIA, you jerk. All right. Have at it, opponent. Okay. They have cast Jace. I can concede. I was thinking about siding into Thalia. I might do that on the draw. Yeah, this is our nut draw here with the City of Traders Overlord thing. I want to do that. And I don't want you to counter anything. That's what I want. Oh, I do have the reprieve. I could actually wait on it and hold the reprieve. Huh. I think it's still correct to flash in PHELIA and just try to resolve the impending Overlord. So if they fetch, do I want to just resolve PHELIA? Okay, they didn't fetch. So they definitely have a counterspell for PHELIA. So I don't think I cast her. Yeah, I'm not gonna cast her into just known counterspell. And I should have played the planes. Now I can at least try to reprieve their counterspell. Dog. A dog. Reverse your frog. Would you like to poop your pants? I'll reprieve it, make them fetch and do it again. Just for tempo, and then I can get my Overlord down. Oh, why didn't I reprieve PHELIA? That was so dumb. I should have just reprieved PHELIA. Whatever. And because I didn't play that planes, it's fine. Everything's fine, people. Everything's fine. That was just sloptastic. I will say I am getting legitimately tired. All right. The Overlord has been impended. The city can go bye-bye. You City of Traitors, you. I guess I didn't have to play this land. I could have... yeah, that was bad. I could have just held it, and next turn hardcast Solitude. Oopsie. I do love PHELIA, but man, these are grindy. Really grindy. Combat, attack for 4, pass the turn. Abrupt Decay. Yeah, if you want to Abrupt Decay a 2/1 token, I love that. Alright, pass. Tainted Indulgence. Do I resolve PHELIA? I'll let them resolve it first, see what they discard. They discard Sink. They discard Sink. Yeah, here's a dog. Dog. They probably have removal, but if they just go Glurb to try to stabilize the board, I have 3 removal spells for it. Yeah, you got it. Glurb. And a Glurb. Land from hand. Let's go. Not off the top. Not off the top. Ooh, a plow. Well, I'll try to plow him first. Because the Parting Gust can just save... I keep forgetting the Parting Gust is also just a protection spell. Mental Misstep. Okay. Change the equation. Parting Gust is going to be a removal spell here. Glurb can become a tap fish. Okay, finally did it. Combat, declare attackers. I guess I could have attacked into Glurb and Aganjo castled. All right, they scoop it up after that. Yeah, just had all of the removal in the world there for your one creature. And then get to do the Overlord guy. Honestly, I didn't even have to do that because of the Aganjo castle. I think Ghost Vacuum is really good here. And I hope that I just draw lands so this Witch Enchanter can be a spell. Portent. I love Portent. Such a good card. The Poor Man's Ponder. Great. You may draw your card from your Portent. Jite. Jite. I know I just essentially lost to this card in the mirror, but I just don't like it very much. It just feels clunk city. I would just like to play all the threats. Ooh, Voice of Victory. I will just... I know they left all their mana up, but... yeah, this was bad. I should have just waited and flashed and PHELIA. They Surveil. Maybe it's a wash away. They get rid of Dismember. I do find that interesting. I think it just means they have another removal spell. Okay, yeah, that is what it meant. Long goodbye, you got it. And then an island and a ponder. I accept. I accept your terms and conditions. Just love to draw land here. I would just love it. Let's take the long goodbye out of your graveyard first, I think. Well, it's not a land, but it is good. All right, I will not be mana efficient and miss my land drop. But I like an Ocelot Pride when I have removal for Glurb Inquisition. And ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? Cloud's kind of a problem for them too. Yeah, they took the path. I think that makes sense, because now they just go land Glurb and brick my cat. Yeah, because stupid G-Tape being like basically 4 mana sucks. Cut down, come on, guy. Just so rude. Murktide, Murktide. Yeah, yep. That's a 7/7. All right, removal spell off the top, please. Deck, you are kind to me. Sometimes I love you, you see. I'll get the clamp. Hey, Murktide. I wish you weren't here. Hey, Murktide. I'm gonna get rid of you. I pitched Line Sash, but it should have been a Stelly Reclaimer, because that card's not actually good. You heard me. Gamer. What a draw. I hate Murktide. If I'm not playing it. The song Alright, I would love to draw land, but I'm gonna clamp Cloud, so I think the odds of that are kind of high. Eat the Solitude for if this game is as grindy as I think it will be. I'm just going for the clamp here. There's wisdom in casting the Esper Sentinel first, so I get to draw a card. Yeah, I should have cast that, because this gets blown up by a removal spell too. But if I draw land, Stelly Reclaimer. No, I cannot pay. Sentinel, pass. All right, they have 1 card in hand, but they get to look at a lot of cards. They get to basically look at 3 cards a turn. Baron's Ransom. That's a good draw. Come on, just give me a card, bro. Come on, guy. Come on. Why not? Really don't want them to have the censor. All right, you can have lands or spells. And I don't think they want the land. Yeah. All right, so they got censor and Brain Surge. Brain Surge probably just beats me. I don't know. I'm tired. Then take a nap. Sanctuary. What do you want to target? Mana Leak. Oh, I want to vacuum it. Slurp, slurp. All right, so now that censor is up. That's so lame. Dust Bowl, nice. Can I take them off a color? All right, I'll attack you for 3. That's the only way I win this game. Have I tried to cast PHELIA yet? No. What if this? What if I just cast censor? Okay, give me my card. Hey, a land, nice. You may tap me out for my turn. All right, we're kind of gaming. Here's the Brain Surge. Give me a card. Rude. You're rude. Just wanted a freaking card. God, Brain Surge is so good. The Sauron's Ransom, I probably should have shown them the censor and a land and put the Brain Surge and a land in the bottom pile. But, oh man, 3 batches. And it seems like they're all going to time. I'd love to kill Glurb. That's what I want from life right now. I will take the Consult out of your graveyard. Ayah! Attack! Flicker Cloud. Flicker Cloud. Why are you not letting me click on things? Flicker Cloud. Jite. Ass. I should have equipped. Why am I choosing not to use my mana? I'm so sneaky. Grab the pre-wall. Rakshasa's bargain. I would like to draw a card. Ooh, be a counterspell. Dang it. I was like, I didn't use my mana because I'm so smart. If they find Thought Lash, we're just dead. Because they just get to tutor out Jace with it. Jace combo's so boring. Can we all just agree that, like, it's just boring? I called it. I frickin' called it. And I drew a frickin' maybe they'll make a mistake. Wait, they go for Murderous Cut. Why are you going for Murderous Cut? Okay, I thought I was just dead. I'm very confused by this. I can never deal them damage, but now I do get to try to find an answer. Oh, I should be Dust Bowling them. Yeah, it's too late now. Yeah, I should have been Dust Bowling a little bit. No, I was mana screwed for so long. It's fine. Reclaimer? You've never seen this card. No one's ever seen this card. You monster. You mean man. I drew Giver of Runes. I lose the game. Concede! I've lost. GG. All right. Took a little stroll. Made myself a cup of coffee. We are on the draw against Shelinda. Okay, so green-white counters. Yeah. Got a couple removal spells. And a Stone Rain. Kind of a Stone Rain. A symmetrical Stone Rain. All right, they just decide to Surveil, which kind of bums me out. I wanted to put something. Although I guess their commander is good to P-hole. 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 I think with this being the case, I lead on the Duke. And I'll pass. If they're green-white counters, I wonder if they're like Heliod Ballista combo. All right, they jam their Commandy, which means I get a P-hole. Oh, I get to double spell. Nice. P-hole. Is this working? Okay. P-hole, Skrelv, and I might as well bonk while I can. Bonk. Ass. They left Shelinda in the P. I find that moderately interesting. Does that mean Cathar Commando? What does that mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Bonk. Oh, they can just block. Come on, think I'm up to something. They thought I was up to something. Let's go. Bad attack. Gets through. People don't know how dumb I am. This is how you win in Magic. You play so bad, people don't know how to react. Oh, Besage you. That's rude. Okay. I'll take the land, I guess. Yeah, I'll definitely take the land, because this lets me remove both of their things, which I can just do right now. No, I should do it in upkeep. I should stop being a silly goose. Path your giver, path your giver. Make you a tapped fish, cast with gift, hit your commander, make it a fish. Now you have a fish. Oh, this is a 2/2 fish. That fish is too big. I can't yield through the turn because I have Skrelv up. Just ripping Shelinda again. Or a Boroid. I was premature. Oh no, that's gonna kill us. Who let me jam off all my removal spells? Oh, thank the Lord. All right, let's spellbind. See what's going on here. Erdnon or Kutzel? Kutzel draws cards. I think I just want Kutzel. Static Prison your Ouroboros. And then I'm gonna, instead of tech edging, just hold up PHELIA. Attack you only for none. What's happening? I don't want to attack. I changed my mind. Okay. I think I will tech edge them, because they can just cast Kutzel anyway. No, this is fine. I'm being greedy aggressive, boy. No need. Erdnon. And so this thing is now a 4/4 double strike? You just have a fish that's a 2/1 double strike. I mean, I just get to make it go bye-bye with PHELIA. I wonder if they play the Duke, the protection spell that moves counters around. Seems good. End step. PHELIA. A dog. A dog, you say? A dog, yes, say. Ooh, P-Wave. That one's good. Yes. Now I'll cast Parallax Wave. I will do this, go to combat, attack you for a lot, blink the P-Wave for funsies, and to grow PHELIA. So Erdnon can block PHELIA, but whatever. Get my Parallax Wave back. Wait, what? Puts a counter on himself. No, PHELIA gets pathed. Dang it. I'm a fool. I'm the greediest boy in school. Why did I do that? Why don't I read cards? I've played with Erdnon too. Whatever, I still get to just P-Wave its dumb butt. And they're hellbent. Yeah, this is fine. Not happy with how I just played, but it's shut up, Erdnon. Should have done what I was thinking about doing. It's kind of the same result. That's all. Gimme. So dumb. Ephemerate, nice. Combat, attack. So stupid. Then I can flash in PHELIA, flicker the P-Wave, and ephemerate in response to blocks. Instead of being an idiot. Shelinda, cast the dog. Dog. Oh, bodyguard. Ooh, piece of candy. You may have your Ouroboros back. I'm being silly and kind of irresponsible, but I'm having fun. Oh man, she puts hella counters on stuff. Huh. That's kind of cool. They're dead on board, though. They just don't know it. I would like to ephemerate my dog. There was a dog, but now there's not. They take form. And then we'll hit them with a little bit of that Stone Rain. Have you been to the edge of the tectonics? I couldn't tell you. All I know is it's raining stones. Hallelujah. Mine. Bloated Uzi what's it? Okay. But you just die. Though. Mine. They have one card in hand. I have 2 protection spells and 2 lethal attackers. I think we're fine. Yes, I will take 4. Parallax Wave. All the creatures are mine. Mine. I do not want to ephemerate anything. Oh, wait, they're at 8? Why did I think they were at 1 less life? Or 4 less life? What did I do? How am I this dumb? 6, 7, 8. Okay. I do have lethal. Attack you for lethal damage. PHELIA will flicker out this creature with counters. They will swift reconfigure. Well. Irritating. Oh, I could have just given it pro-white. Lol. I can do that anyway, though. Like, I can just give her pro-white next turn. They're hellbent. I want the initiative. You won't be able to block this. I want a plains. Also, if I didn't get so excited to Stone Rain them, could have just pumped my team. Removal spell doesn't do it. Yay! I played weird and not great, but we're also playing against a green-white deck that's not rigid. And I had Parallax Wave. That card's pretty... I want removal spells, what I learned. Containment Priest in this deck is a removal. They showed me Path to Exile and Swift Recon. I know they have removals. So I guess they're just like not a mana dorks deck, because they have a 2-drop. I don't know. Thalia. Thalia doesn't seem particularly relevant in this matchup. Oh my god, I'm 5 minutes behind on clock? What am I doing with my life? Dusk Legion Duelist. What the heck is this? Never seen this card in my life. 2/2 Vigilance whenever it gets a counter, draw a card once each turn. Oh, cool. Thalia is just really good against counters. Kind of the way it goes. Wooded Bastion and their commander. Shelinda. That's what I'm choosing to call her. Oh, she has lifelink too. Paw Patch Recruit. That puts counters on things. Well, well, well. Isn't that annoying? Ugh, you have Vigilance? Lame. Okay. Interesting spot. I can just Enlighten Tutor for a removal spell. This seems like it's going to get out of hand real fast. I didn't do that. Nor would it have been good, because I can Enlighten Tutor for Parallax Wave, that card that won us last game. And then I can put in a Containment Priest, and they'll never get their stuff back. Pass. Erdnon, this guy again. Yeah, I'm going to wipe their board and Containment Priest all their creatures. They're drawing a lot of cards with this stupid thing. This is already drawn 2 cards. This is cool. Dusk Shell Crawler. That puts counters on things. Their deck is very focused. Their creatures are pretty big. It's just 7 and something it's double strike. That's 8. I think I'll chump it with the Voice of Victory. I don't really want to take that much damage. Believe it or not. Can you believe it or not? Right, I go to 10 here. We're at 28. All right. We're in some sort of game. I'm gonna get Parallax Wave. Parallax Wave! Cast it. Whenever creature you control... Oh, what? Crap. I should have read this thing. Use target creature. My computer is being very annoying to me. All right, I did not read this card. It's my own fault, obviously. I get to draw a card here. That's pretty good. This thing is drawing so many cards. I really don't like it. All right. Yeah, so I think the Containment Priest is just, like, really hard to come back from here. And I'll have my Value Engine online with the Staff of the Storyteller. But they drew so many cards from that stupid vampire thing. All right, but all their creatures when they come back won't be enormous. My word. Worldly Tutor. You may. Is this some sort of combo? Am I getting comboed? Skyclave Apparition. Well, that's really bad for me. I think we lose. Is that exile? So a Stelly Reclaimer can't get it. That stinks. All right. I think I can just concede. This is my only, like, pseudo sweeper. Yeah, I can concede this game. Skyclave was really good. That was probably, like, the out. That was maybe too aggressive. Yeah, it was maybe too aggressive. Keep. Removal spell. Couple cards that seem really bad for them. Plains pass. They go fetch land. That is within the rules of the game. I will go plains pass. Yeah, I just want to go PHELIA Tanglewire. They surveil. I can take the turn to remove their thing. All right, here's this jerk. Yeah, I think do I take the turn to remove her? See what we draw. No, I can just cast the Tanglewire and Blinker. Tanglewire, Tanglewire, declare attackers. Tanglewire sit. Oh yeah, and then next turn I get to P-hole their commander, blink the Tanglewire. Seems really good. Seems really good. I have to remember how to stack this. Also, I always forget and do it backward. Yeah, tap all your stuff. Tanglewire. Been waiting for a Tanglewire game. You have land 1 drop. You have land. You do not appear to have a 1. All right, so I need to put this trigger on the bottom so it fades first. Okay, I'm the best. I did a small thing right. I rarely do that. Tanglewire is awesome. P-hole for your commander. I'll flicker my Tanglewire. This feels broken. This feels super broken. My computer is going, like, super, super slow, though. Oh, and then I get to start Thaliaing, too. This game's going to be hard for them. Worldly Tutor, you got it. Haywire Might. Okay. They're still going to have to tap down all their stuff first. And then I can rip that seam. Get lost on PHELIA. Why? That's so mean. Okay. I can tap the maps to Tanglewire, at least. People hate dogs on Magic on. It's great. I think I'm going to rip that thing seam. So fading on top. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, wait. Yeah. I don't have to tap one of the maps. Okay. Right. Let's seam rip your might because I want this Tanglewire to stay in play. And then cast Thalia. And pass. I will tangle 3 of your lands, please. Endurance, you may. Does enter tapped. I will plow that. All this instant speed stuff out of the green-white deck. What are you doing? So annoying. Reverent Mantra. Interesting. All right, I'll go to combat. Bonk for 3. I'm gonna cast PHELIA now because they're showing me a bunch of good instant speed interaction, and I would like to just be able to Reverent Mantra. So I think this is tap down 2 of your lands, please. And PHELIA is such a sweet deck, but these games are grinding on. It's partially me, and that my computer is going pretty slowly. But this guy again, sure. What do you want to hit? Try to hit PHELIA. Yeah, let's go. I don't want this Cataclysm. I simply do not. All right. Now we go back to flickering a Tanglewire. Makes me happy. Planes, Phantom, Combat, declare attackers. I should have cracked a map here. I'm stressed about the clock. I'd like to flicker this Tanglewire, please. Bonk you for 5. Map, and I'll pass. Ay, ay, ay. Your wires are so tangled. There are wires that are tangled. Tap down for permanence fangled. What is fangled in this context? I'm not sure. All right. Mom is fine. He enters tap. What is happening? Ah! Tanglewire! Weird green-white deck. Can't beat Tanglewire. I've lost. GG. Great 5th and final match on the play against Asm. Say, I'll keep this so I can go the Duke or hold up Mana Tithe for a turn 1 Asmo. And I think I'm gonna play this kind of conservatively and hold up the Mana Tithe and hope to just draw lands. This maybe wasn't a keep. It is much later than the previous 4 matches. I started to get a terrible headache and just needed to chill. But after, my, what was it, 9th match of the day, I just needed a little break. But that is good for kind of stress testing myself for a longer event. All right, they go Mountain. So are you mono red? Faithless Looting, you got it. Oh no, put a Detective's Phoenix into the graveyard. And an Ox. Let's go Mana Tithe here. All right, so I like that for tempo. Now we get to go Saga plus Duke. Okay, they don't have a non-basic land, so White Orchid Phantom not doing a ton here. I could jam Toby, but that feels bad without PHELIA. And they're going to have removal spells, so I think I'm just chilling here. Like, if they remove PHELIA at instant speed, I can just pre-war her. Ow. Okay. And they can Phoenix it. Yeah, that's pretty bad for me. And now this is going to just deal me 4. Ugh. I can knock the Phoenix off of Gao with PHELIA. Oh, I'll just do PHELIA Containment Priest on this thing. But if I flicker Gao, then there's just the Phoenix in play. So, I mean, this is just 5. I'm just at 10 here. I think this is mono red, which obviously displeases me as a person. Palace Jailer. That would have been nice, but instead it is not. Let's go to combat, attack. I think I take the Phoenix here. Yeah, I take the Phoenix here, and then I'll flash in the Containment Priest, and I can just block with the Duke. I think I like this line, and I do think it's better. So now the Phoenix can't come back, and I have 2 chump blockers. Either of my least favorite cards in Magic would be devastating here. Ruination. Okay. It's not great for me, but I get to exile Gao. I don't want to take this damage, but I want to be able to protect PHELIA. I think I just chump it, save the damage, exile Gao, hopefully just draw a basic. Ruination in theory should not be very good against us, but is what it is. And I feel like, oh, interesting. I feel like them doing that kind of means they have 2 removal spells. We will put them to 14 here. And I can't pre-war anything because they stone rained us. A huge stone rain. Double stone rain. It also stopped me from getting Ghost Vacuum, which is the card I would have liked against them. Oh no. Another of my least favorite cards. Do you have a follow-up creature? You do. Sad face. Sad face. I might just go face here. That would be insane when I have this going on. All right, so who do you want to kill? All right, PHELIA. I would take PHELIA. Yeah. All right. Yes to Command Zone because Containment Priest and Pre-War is a nombo. Seem to keep running into that too. Like every time I get to Priest, I wind up with like a Pre-War or an Extraction Specialist. Combat, Claire attackers. Yeah, and the reason I'm not going like Toby there is I have to take that Bombardiers. The cool thing is I can just not pay for Static Prison if they don't kill the Containment Priest. All right, they cycle Ash Barrens. They can go Asmo plus Cookbook. Hopefully we draw planes and I can Palace Jail. And then I'm in pretty good shape. Freaking mono red. Ugh, hate it.
Hate it.
All right, and they have it. Here's the book that doth cook. Yeah, that Gao Detective Scene. Oof. Oh, and it's an Arena of Glory. Wasn't paying attention to that. So I go to 4. I could just die to a Fire Blast. Untap white, yes. All right, so now I get to Palace Jail. I will not pay. I mean, I go down another land, but I think I have to do it. But the foods are a problem too. If they have a couple burn spells, I'm just dead. So I will do what I can. Okay, they're not going to make a food here. They can recast Asmo, but they can't haste it this turn. Cool game. And then next turn, I'm going to blow up their arena and have a 2/2 flying first strike. They go to 10, which is a lot more life than I have, and they can make food. Jite. Don't have the mana for that guy. Jite feels so clunky to me. It feels wrong not to play it, but I don't like it. Like, it's not seeing any modern play. It just doesn't feel strong enough for today's Magic cards. I don't know. It is cool that they're mono red and they get a Surveil land. I like that. I like the tech of this Asmo mono red deck. I hate it because it's mono red, but it's kind of sick. Dismembering the Priest. So if I draw an untapped white source, I can pre-war something and then have probably just whatever my biggest creature is. Maybe it's the Duke. But if they have burn spells, they're going face. I think I just have to cook their arena. Like, just a hasty threat coming down and taking the Monarch or potentially just killing me doesn't seem ideal. So we can put them to 5, but they can make a food and crack it. So they're effectively at 8. I will attack and draw for Monarch. Seam Rip. So I think I eat their cookbook. Depending on what they do, I might just have to eat Asmo and see what happens. They'll make a food. Now they can cast Asmo and kill one of our creatures. Seam Rip Asmo and put them to 3. All right, they're going to kill the Phantom. I think that makes... Oh, I can't really... Yes, I can. Lions. All right, get rid of Asmo. I would have loved for this to just be a land. All right, I'll attack them to 3 and draw for Monarch. And I didn't see what they discarded because I'm negligent. All right, it's just a mountain. I am dead to a few spells here, no matter what. But I would love to hit a land for this pre-war Formal Wear, I think. It is a land. This is not the one I want. I'll use it as a spell. They can make a food and crack it. They're effectively at Evora. So she'll be a 2/2 when they discard their card. Oh, it's a blood, so it'll be a 3/3. I need it not to be a 4/4. And I have to try to bait them into the untapped white source. Yes. So it tramples is the issue. But I can put 5 power and toughness into play. I think I attack and just try to kill it. I think it's wrong to block here, personally. Because if I don't have a follow-up blocker, they can just kill me. All right, grinding it out. They're at 3. I'm at 4. I have the Monarch going, but it's not feeling great. Oh, they cycle down to 1. Probably just looking for a Ghost Fire Slice or something. Or a land to cast Asmo. But I have the removal spell for him. But they are effectively at 4. The other thing. Should be looking at their graveyard. They're going to sack the cookbook to bring back Ivora. And I can make it a tapped fish and attack for lethal. Okay. I think we may have eked this one out. They could just be looking for a Fire Blast here. Okay. I think we've done it. I think. Sorry, Voice of Victory. You're a little too late. Do not misclick, please. I almost just had a game-losing misclick. Okay, we got there. Huge grind. The Ruination was very good. Mono red. God, I hate. Sorry, Gino. I really do. Gino is my friend who just like can't get away from mono red no matter what. That's not true. He plays other decks, but God. I'm gonna keep this and I'm gonna exile the Dust Bowl. Although getting rid of that arena was important. I think it's still the Dust Bowl. Yeah. All right. It's a turn 1 Asmo. I hate that for me. Yeah, that's really good. Turn 1 Asmo is just so good. Now they draw a card, and it's the cookbook. I think I'll flash in Spider-Man and block if they attack. Okay. Recruiter is really nice. So maybe I'll see what they do, because it might be better to just, like, if they tap out for something, it might just be better to flash in PHELIA. All right, they're not tapping out. Either way, this gets Solitude. I think I'm fine with this. Like, they remove PHELIA here. I get to Recruiter for Solitude, get rid of Asmo. God, people hate Thugs. They hate them. Rending Volley, nice. But you're super mono red. Ranger of Eos. Guide of Souls Ocelot Pride is really bad for them, but so are Mother of Runes effects. I think the Wandering Emperor is better than this Ranger. I do want to get rid of their cook. Yeah, like Yojimbo at any point is an insane card. It's a 5/5. Is it just Ranger Captain of Eos? No, that's castable. And my fourth mana will be for this Wandering Emperor. Right, they're down to 4 cards, still at 17. They can recast Asmo here. Disruptor Flute. Okay, that's not going to be on the Wandering Emperor. So I just have Flash and Spider-Man. Yeah. It would have been hilarious if they named Parallax Wave in the dark. I had an opponent do that in some game, and I was just like, you dog. So now I can get rid of the cookbook. Then they don't have a way to cast Asmo. Do I like that play? It takes me off Flash and Spider-Man, unless I want to 2-for-1 myself again. I think that's just fine. They can activate it in response. Ranger Captain can't get me a land drop. None of these can get me a land. So I think I'm just marching the cookbook here. Yeah, like, if I can just take their engine offline, I think that's pretty good. And I think the Ranger Captain is what I'm pitching. Casting March on Magic Online is kind of hard. Though, just like the way they have you go through the prompt, kind of tricky. All right, they did not activate in response. Cool. Cool. Tight. Party Thrasher. That's so annoying. It's just a 1/4. It's just a stupid 1/4. But I'm at 17 and have taken care of their engine. The life gain on the Wandering Emperor is really nice too. End step, I flash in Spidey. All right, he resolves. I think I just Skyclave their Party Thrasher and attack for 4. I think at this point, with both of us on such low resources and a castable 4-drop, that I just kind of have to race. This does get a little blown out by a removal spell on the Skyclave, but I do think this is where I'm at. Right, they go to 18, and they have just nothing going on. Yeah, okay. They discharge, so they drew that for turn. Otherwise, I just don't see a scenario where they don't do that in response to combat. Now they're going to gamble. That's going to probably be a Phoenix. It could be a number of things. Now they can cast Asmo and get the Phoenix. Okay, it's a different Phoenix, but it is a Phoenix. All right, so I am suddenly behind, but an untapped land of any sort for this Wandering Emperor makes me feel pretty good. Exile this thing, gain 2 life. Come on, untapped land. It's not super what I'm looking for, because I'm under so much pressure here, but it is a good card. They're Hellbent. They do have a Yojimbo, so I didn't find my land. I think I just clamp Spider-Man and block. Okay, pass. Let's see how they want to do this. They got a haste creature. How do you want to attack here? I would like to block. I think they just swing out. Yeah. So this is 5/7. So this is half my life total. I will block and trade with Asmo here. And now, if I find a land, I can Emperor this Phoenix. And I should find a land. Right, deck? Yojimbo's also good. Land. Yes. So now, Yojimbo doesn't gain life. It doesn't remove anything. So it gives them lethal. So I just have to Emperor here and exile the Phoenix. All right. So 9. So I'm at 5. Then I get to Yojimbo the Flute. And then they have to pay mana to attack. That seems really good. They could just have something that kills us, I guess. I don't know what it would be. All right. Oh, they kill the Emperor. Nice. I think I'm cool with that. Now I get to put a 5/5 and a Giver of Runes into play. And I'm not going to put the clamp on Yojimbo. I'm going to cast the Bodyguard. Is it the Bodyguard? Do I want the Flute or one of their creatures? I have Skull Clamp. I think I just want one of their creatures. Yeah, I'm just going to take this guy. They're paying a bunch of life to dismember Yojimbo. That sucks. Okay, now I wish I'd taken the Flute. But I'll put Giver into play. They're Hellbent. This puts me to 5. I'm not going to block. Then I can Skull Clamp the Bodyguard. PHELIA costs 7. I am now glad I took their creature, though. Yeah, they're always attacking here. I'm always going to 5. Okay, Cat gains life. That's nice. I shouldn't have done this. I know I want to... actually, this is fine, because the life gain matters, and I can protect it twice. Or I could draw 2 cards. No, I want to protect this cat. All right, we're gaming. Feeling stable at 5, but they do have a combination of cards that kills us. Faithless Looting, that's a good one. That casts Asmo. You have no cookbook. I have first strike, lifelink, and 2 ways to protect it. Rootwalla, stop. Come on, guy. Stop putting things into play. Okay, now it's Ivora. That one's annoying. This Tangle Wire is not good. They're hellbent. They can boost this guy. What I can do if they attack is double block. Okay. Path is actually kind of sick here. Let's clamp the bodyguard. You're hellbent, so... Oh, I can Peacekeep plus Path Ivora? That seems good. I would like to do that. And I'll just name Asmo. Yeah, this name that I'll never learn to pronounce. Don't care. And then I think I Path Ivora pass. Do I get the city's blessing if I do this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. They're hellbent. And I have a blocker. And I gain a life. This puts me to 6. And I'll have 2 chump blockers. Does open me up to removal. I think I just pass here. Yeah, I just pass here. The Tangle Wire does absolutely nothing. Although, if I'd done that, I would have Skull Clamp targets. Maybe it would have been better. Asmo costs 5 now? Oh no, he's been cast twice, so Asmo costs 7. How am I 9 minutes behind on clock? Alright, they're gonna flash back the looting. Fiery Temper. That can just go face. What do they want to do? If they hit the Anointed Peacekeeper, I still have good blocks. Because I just protect it and then block their 2/2 first strike on their Rootwalla. Yeah, it's going face. I think that's right. And then if they just have a shock, then we lose. Alright, it looks like that's not happening. Alright, so now I think I'm in a spot where I have to gain the life and take a creature with me. PHELIA costs 7. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can also just buff my team. Like, I can make this attack and just Air Temple. I kind of like that. And then I gain 2 life. Yeah. Alright, they declare no blocks. I go back to 3. And I'm interested in flashing back the Containment Priest. Or flashing in the... And I'm just going to pass here. If they can't end the game, I just get to draw a bunch of cards. No. No, if I'd pumped. GG. Yeah. GG. Okay. That was... I can't be mad at it. Alright, so... But now I have to win in like 5 minutes. And I just don't know how I do that other than like an Overlord or Seasoned Engineer draw. With how slow I'm playing. I'm for sure keeping this. And leading on Giver. Alright, I do not have time to be messaging with my opponent. Alright, they discharge Giver. I was pretty sure that was going to happen. But I would rather have the Guide of Souls pass. I won't have enough white mana to just go Ranger Captain for Cat, cast Cat. Alright, they discard. They Asmo. Seasoned Engineer? I'll Path Asmo and upkeep. Alright, Path Asmo. Flash in PHELIA, start gaining life and attacking. Now I'll have the mana to go Ranger Captain, Cat. Don't have a removal spell, please. Cookbook. I mean, they can just play this with the food and just gain life, and I probably can't win in time. Bomat Courier, you got it. And Cycle and Oliphant. No Phoenix yet. Alright, they're chilling. God, I can't believe how slowly I played. I mean, I can believe it. I do have to try to win this game. Yeah, I do have to use all my white source. Okay, it's my computer super laggy. Like, I lost 5 seconds waiting for that menu to load. Which sucks, obviously. But it is what it is. Pat, combat, player attackers, attack with both, Link Ranger, yes, gas up the Guide of Souls. Try get Benevolent Bodyguard here. Okay, I'm super laggy. Come on, computer. Lame. Regardless of whether I clock out or not, this feels super good. Right, they're gonna make food. I can't crack Ranger to stop them from casting Asmo. They discard. They can kill Guide or Pride here. I think you kill the Guide, yeah. Now I can't fly. Pre-war. I don't have anything to get back with this Reclaimer, but it can just be a 5/4. And I am playing to win, so this is just going to be a 5/4. Hey, wait, I meant to cast with Warp. No. Oh my gosh. No. Clock. I guess it doesn't matter. I could have just hardcast. Combat. Declare attackers. Come on. Come on, computer. F6. 17 seconds. Too many triggers. You can just make a food and gain life. Come on. 10 seconds. I think I do win this game, generally. I should have just hardcast the Reclaimer, though. That was dumb. Then I could have flickered out a blocker. Magus is fine. We're at 12. I think I lose on clock, which is sad. But also, I've been playing to clock a lot, so I have no real complaints. And they bring back their Ox. And they get to draw 3. And they get to kill the Reclaimer. Palace Jailer. Nope, clocked out. Okay, GG's. That's my fault. I was so far behind on clock somehow. But for testing purposes, that felt really good. So let's go do final thoughts. All right, that is a 2-3 finish with PHELIA, including a clock out in the 5th match, which is kind of embarrassing with how much freaking Moto I play. But yeah, the deck felt really good. It really did. I think with how grindy games get, that I should not play this because the cup event is going to be a very long day. And if I have to grind my way through most every match, I'm just going to be absolute. I think the difference in my mind for do I want to play this or Brigid as the 2 decks that I've now tested specifically for this, it's Brigid just because it's so explosive and gets games over with a lot more quickly. Obviously, any game can get very grindy, but I think this lends itself more to that. We beat Glurb with Cataclysm, then lost the PHELIA Mirror. I'm not the most experienced with this deck. I'm sure I did not play optimally, but you know, I think for testing purposes like that, the deck still felt good all throughout that. The other Glurb match, they comboed us. They conceded to the Overlord thing, and then they comboed us. I think there might have been an argument to sideboard into Thalia, but I'm not sure. PHELIA feels so good against the blue decks, so you know, we still took a game. It's also worth noting that there was not a single match where we got 2-0'd, which is one of the things I really like about PHELIA. It just feels competitive in every matchup. Hard control can be like something like Tivit or Atraxa can be annoying just with all the wraths, but sometimes you just go so fast it doesn't matter. Then the green-white Shelinda deck where I tried to punt by not like reading Erdnot or anything and just do cute stuff with Parallax Wave, but PHELIA is such a good deck that like those other fair mid-range decks, if you just know kind of like what to tutor and just remove their stuff and attack them, PHELIA feels really good into those. And then obviously the timeout against mono red. I don't think if I have time to like think through everything and play, I don't think I'm ever losing that 3rd game. So yeah, PHELIA is definitely behind Brigid in my thought process solely because of the fatigue factor. But this deck is awesome. It's so good and it's fun to play, and you get to make a lot of decisions. You have agency in every game. That's what I really like about it. So yeah, if you're still here and hanging out, thank you so much for dueling with me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.